All right, back on it. Welcome back to the Kamala Harris show. Just, just keeping that going. I still don't have a name for this. It's episode 4. No name. No clear idea of what the name would be either. So I'm not sure. It doesn't matter, like I've said. Anyway, this time capsule will be focused on very interesting. You know what I was thinking about? You know what came to mind recently? I can't even lie, actually. My brother said this last night. And I was like, that's a good point. He goes, I was watching a Trump interview, and he goes, I wonder what Trump's favorite ice cream is. How come nobody asks him that question? Biden got those questions. What's your favorite ice cream? I want to know what Trump's favorite ice cream is. It's worth a Google. Not even Google, ChatGPT, because Google's lame. What is Trump's favorite ice cream flavor? He's known for enjoying vanilla ice cream, but has been reported to prefer chocolate sauce. That's gay. That's so gay. Vanilla with chocolate sauce ain't bad, actually. You know, you get a dipped cone from Dairy Queen. That's pretty damn good, but that's not what he's talking about. That's gay. The motion stands. That's gay. Alright, let's get into some more shit I shouldn't say. Why not talk about Kamala? Why not talk about Kamala? This is the Kamala Harris show, ladies and gentlemen. All new thing Kamala. So, what did that dumb bitch do recently? Let's see. I keep seeing articles about how she's leading in the polls. What polls? What polls? Why don't they have a poll on the kind of people that answer polls? You know? Hey, do you drink heavily and hate most people? Do you also answer surveys? Well, that's already yes, because you're answering the question. I'm going to start calling random numbers and be like, hello, do you answer surveys? I'm going to have my own survey about surveys. I'm going to have a meta survey. That could be a service. A survey service. All right, I'll stop. I will stop. She's doing dumb shit. Yeah. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I keep seeing articles about how she's leading in the polls. For what? What are you leading in the polls about? What are you talking about? What are people worried about? They're worried about prices, immigration, and World War III. Bitch, what? How are you the lady for that? How are you the one for that? You ain't the one for that. You think I want you to show up and talk to Xi Jinping and say, don't. Just don't. Remember that? She was all like, don't. Just don't. Just don't. And Trump's all like, I'm going to bomb the shit out of them. That's what we need. In this crazy, uncertain times, we need someone to go in, kick the door down, and say, fuck you. I mean, that's where we're at. That's where we're at, dude. And I don't want to point fingers. I'm pointing literally right now. I'm pointing right now at the nearest Democrat in this direction. Dude, you guys forever, for the longest time, it's been like 8 years, you've been preaching political violence. Now we've got Trump getting almost assassinated. We've got summers of riots no one wants to talk about, but somehow someone breaking a window in the Capitol building is it's legal to shoot them and kill them. Now, obviously, if it was like a 5'2" small woman, we wouldn't. Oh, they did though. R.I.P. Ashley Babbitt. Why they do that? Why you do that? And then they praise that guy like he was some kind of hero. Have you seen that video, dude? He stuck his gun out like he's shaking so bad. He stuck his gun out. Oh my, ugh. Okay. It's Friday. It's Friday again. And last Friday, I hadn't deposited my paychecks. This Friday, I still have not. I have not deposited those paychecks. I will at some point. But we're having a couple Ronas. We're having a couple Ronas and hanging out. So, I don't know. What's some dumb shit I want to talk about? Okay. Here's one thing I need to clear up. I know last time, because literally as I said it, excuse me. There we go. Literally as I said it, I thought, I should phrase this better. But I was railing against Catholicism, and I think I said Catholics instead of Catholicism. I love Catholics. They're great people. They're very friendly, homey people. They're like Christians with the crust cut off. You know? They like all the homey family shit, but none of the actual brutality. You know, I find myself as a Christian, I like the savagery of the Bible, because it is. It's the most savage book ever written. It is literally the most savage book ever written. 66 books, I think. Anyway, Catholicism is garbage. Catholics are good people. If you believe in Jesus Christ, then you can come into my club, right? But why are you praying to Mary? Why are you praying to fucking Saint this, bro? Saint Peter? Huh? Who the fuck? Saint Patrick? Why are you praying to different saints? There's one dude. It's God. Okay? It's God. And then God entered his own simulation in human form called Jesus. Okay? He came to tell us how to play this game. And also, let me get on a rant I've been meaning to rant about. He came in to show us how to do the simulation, right? This is how we play this game. And instead, everybody just spends all of their time worshiping God and saying that means I'm a good Christian. And I'm not saying don't worship God, obviously. But maybe it's more important that you live the way he wanted you to live. Maybe it's more important that you actually follow those tenets, those commandments, those teachings, instead of just going to church and singing songs and then going back and doing the same shit. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. I think you get my point. And I'm trying to be funny and say random shit. I feel like I'm trying to start like a formal podcast. I'm trying to talk about topics and say things that I think this is what's on people's mind. I'm not trying to reach people. This should be listened to by 0 people. If I look on this and it says there's 3 views, now I gotta think, which one of my friends found this? Okay, if I look on it and it has 30 million views, then we're good. Because what are you gonna say? It's like, fuck, I forgot to turn monetization on. Anyway. Whatever, you know what I'm trying to say. Because I don't. I forget. I might forget a little bit more. I kind of want to take a bong rip. Right now. Also, I have no idea what the mixing situation is with this. I'm trying to figure out if it's gain or volume I need more or less of, and I don't know. I should probably listen to one of these and see how it sounds. But I'm just kind of guesstimating. I mean, I listen back if it stops recording. It has not stopped recording. I'm going for almost 10 minutes now. 4, 3, 2, 1. 10 minutes. No stopping. So why did it stop earlier when I was talking about Kamala? Why did it stop earlier when I was talking about how great Trump was? Why did it stop when I was talking about how if you actually believe in the United States and you decrease the size of the federal government and you allow all the states to govern the way they want to underneath, within the Constitution, now you have 50 different ways of being governed. You have 50 different options. And once I was talking about that, boop, cut off. Just stop. Went on a solid rant. I ranted about a dead magical horse for a good amount. Maybe I drank a little bit too much before I turned this mic on. Fuck. I have no idea what I want to talk about. I'm going to stop saying that. I said I was going to stop saying that last time, so silence if silence is necessary. I'm going to take that bong rip. I'm going to do that. Hang on. I'm going to pause. Pausing in 3, 2, 1. Okay, we back from the pause. I got me a full bowl and a new beer. Cold. All right. Here we go. Woo! Now we know it's Friday. Now we know. Used to think, now we know. Anyway. Funny thought I had. I got a 5-speed Tacoma, and I was backing out of the driveway, and I put the parking brake lever in and start the car, and then put it in reverse. I was like, my truck is a bop it. My truck is an actual bop it. Like the parking brake, twist it. Ignition, spin it. Clutch, bop it. Put it in gear, twist it. And it's that the whole way. Bop it. Twist it. I thought that would be a lot funnier than it was. I'm sorry for the coughing. That was quite a large bowl. I was gonna half it, and then I was like, nah. I don't want all the smoky smokes to get out. My brother doesn't want me to smoke inside, and he half owns this house. But what he doesn't know, my room is like a efficiency. I have the master bedroom. It's got a whole kitchen in the back that I've converted into this studio. So I've got a solid, you got to walk for a full 30 seconds before you get from here just to the end of my room. So I think we're good. I don't think he's going to smell it. But, yeah. That's, I don't have much going on, man. I really don't. I'm sure I could think of something. My mom is going through some shit. She, her landlord raised her rent by like $500 for this little tiny apartment in Stewart, Florida. If you're purposely going to Stewart, you should just, they should have a center where it's like, are you here to visit Stewart? Yes? Okay, all right, come right into this padded room and we'll get you all set up. There doesn't need to be people going to Stewart for any reason. $1,800 this guy is going to charge for a little 2-bedroom apartment. Tiny little 2-bedroom apartment in one of those block places. It's just like, there's nothing special about it. It's just a block apartment. So, it's crazy. I want to get her up here and give her a spot for a really good price, but the problem is her work is there, And my mom doesn't drive. My mom don't drive. She had her license taken away by the government. And not gonna lie, good on you, government. I wouldn't give that bitch a license either. I really hope one day when I'm like 40, I'm listening to this with my mom, and it's like, isn't that funny? Because that's the kind of person my mom is. She'll laugh. She'll think it's funny. See, I'm always like happy that I can take a big bong rip and not cough, but the coughs are just delayed. If you don't choke, you don't smoke, brother. Get the fuck out of here. My silence foam is falling down. I think after I stop this, I'm gonna make some music. Dude, or I could make some music right now. I could stop this and do that because this doesn't matter. And that does. Kind of, because it's really fun. This is really fun. This is really fun just talking, but I don't really have anything to talk about. So I'm going to go jam the fuck out. I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, it's been a little bit, like it was cut off, so it was like, bit. Okay. Anyway, I backed it up like 5 seconds to start to... No cuts. This is gonna be boring. Whatever. Fuck it. So I went to go make music, and that lasted about 10 minutes because I realized that I might have drank a little bit too much. I might have smoked a little bit too much. No, that's not. Maybe. So I thought, what better time to just rant nonsense? I don't have anything in my brain. What's going on? UFOs are going on all the time. I saw one. Not a flying saucer. Not a full, like a craft. I saw some unexplainable shit. I went out camping for 2 days. I was one of those kids, right? Those Boy Scout kids. One of those fucking... I'm gonna find a mushroom and make a whole ass meal, skin a fox and make a hat, that kind of shit. And I don't know why I'm like hype. I gotta just relax. Take a couple breaths. It's probably because I'm really fucked up and I'm sitting in one spot. Anyway, I saw a UFO. I don't know what it was. That's why it's a UFO. I was going out camping with a buddy of mine, and the goal was to stay on this island in the Chesapeake Bay or on the Elizabeth River for 2 days and only eat what we captured, and all we brought was 2 granola bars each, just in case. Well, I can tell you that those granola bars got 8. Okay? It was a horrible time. Horrible. It was October, which seems great. Seems like a great time. I think I'm just shit at catching fish, to be honest with you. And so whatever, we go up to this island, and at like midnight, my buddy surprises me with a blunt, a full ass blunt. And then when I'm like, word, let's go smoke this, he goes, no. You smoke that one. I'll smoke this one. And we had our own personal blunts. I must have just graduated high school at this point, I think. If not before. It must have been already graduated. Anyway, we go out on the raft, it's like pitch black. You just see the stars, except for some light coming off the land, whatever. We see the stars the best we can, and we're just down in this thing. Fucking, he finishes his. I'm kind of lagging behind. I finish it up, dude. When you're floating on a raft in the Elizabeth River, and you smoke a whole blunt to yourself at midnight, yo, that's some trippy shit. The way I can explain it is the waves stop feeling like that's where the motion comes from. The waves, like, it seems like you're stable, but the world's moving. You know what I mean? Like, the wave movement, you're chilling, you're stable, but the world's moving. That's the best way I can put it. If you can picture it, good for you. If you can't, whatever. And my silence phone's falling off again because it doesn't give a shit about me because it's an inanimate object. I be getting mad at inanimate objects. I'd be like, bro, really? To my trash can. Anyway, yo, quick note on that guy that I went camping with. Dude, I'm still waiting for the FBI to knock on my door. And hold up. I didn't finish the UFO story. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. A moving star. That's what I saw. A moving star. And listen, I know what you're thinking. You just smoked a whole blunt, blah, blah, whatever. I know the difference, bro. I've been fucked up before. I've been high. I've been drunk. I've been high on mushrooms, like whatever. I just smoked this blunt. I'm totally fine. I look up, I see all these normal stars, and one of them is moving around. I'm not fucking with you. I saw that shit. I have a video somewhere. I don't have that phone anymore. What am I talking about? If there's a cloud that it's saved to, there's a video out there somewhere. Because I'm sitting there videotaping this thing. It's just a star. It's the exact same illumination as a star. It's not blinking. It's not an aircraft, right? And it's not flying in a direct pattern. It was moving all over the place. And it was the same brightness as a star. I think it just started raining here. I think it's raining hard. I hope my dogs are inside. That was a joke. They're inside. Anyway. What was I talking about? Moving star. So, yeah, I saw that shit. I'm telling you, man, it was the same illumination as a star. It was not any different than any of the other stars, except for it was moving around in an erratic form. And then it's not like it jetted off. It's not like I saw a light go off, but then it was just gone. So, I don't know. I don't have any actual abduction stories, or they're landing in my front yard, so if you're looking for that, I'm sorry. I cannot give that to you. But what I can give you is hope. What I can give you is light in the sky that moves. Or at least an anecdote of that. I'm not lying. I'm telling you straight up. Like, I'll tell you if I'm lying or a joke. I tried to lie and say that I thought of that Trump's favorite ice cream thing. I literally couldn't lie. I was like, fuck, no. Sean told me that last night. I'm not gonna lie. There's no point in lying. If this is supposed to be an actual documentation of what's going on at this time, even if it's embarrassing or silly or weird or whatever, then what would the purpose be of hiding anything? Like, I want to look back at this. I'm 27 years old. I want to look back at this when I'm 37. I'll pull up episode 1. And I'll just go from there. And I'll laugh, and I'm sure I'll cry. And I'll say, I should have done this. I should have done that. But can I tell you something, man? I know that. Excuse me. I know that, and I realize that while I'm talking. I think about myself like 10 years from now in the car listening to this. And I think what are all the things that I'm gonna wish that I did? And it's actually getting me to where I have like a workout schedule and I'm just thinking about what's the best thing that I can do to set myself up in 10 years. In 10 years, I have 10 years until I'm 37. That's still young. 10 years until I'm 37. So I have right now to set up my 37-year-old self. Okay, so I have 2 rental properties. I'm a plumber's apprentice. And I'm looking at starting like a vending machine business. So I think I'm doing good in the financial center, so I can focus solely on like body and faith. And I get it, man. I totally understand that sounds very silly. Say it's like, oh, I'm gonna focus on Jesus. Oh, Jeebus is here to save us. I understand. I get that sounds goofy and silly. If you get into it a little bit, and you start, and you can say, yeah, bro, I get it. Okay, read for yourself. Just read the Bible for yourself. And tell me that that's not the most beautiful, savage story you've ever heard. And if anything, people base their life off of a character they like. Why not Jesus, man? Whatever. I'm not going to sit here and preach to you. I just want to talk stupid shit. I've had too many beers to sit here and preach to you about how you should act. But you get the point. I understand it sounds very silly to say, oh, I'm going to focus on my body and my faith. It's like, oh, okay. All right, whatever. But anyway, I mean, if you want to argue religion with science, this is the last thing I'll say about this. If you want to argue religion with science, I'm going to ask you to prove your math on everything you believe in science. And I'm not saying science isn't real, okay? I'm just saying, you're literally taking the word of people that have already done the calculations and just saying, oh, everyone says this is the guy, that's the guy. So you are believing without seeing. So you are, in other words, you have faith. So, anyway, last thing I'll say. That was the last thing I'll say. So yeah, so I'm moving star. I think that's dude, this fucking phone will not fucking stay, bitch. It's because I keep backing into it. It's my fault, honestly. This whole place. I'm so happy it stayed up this long. This whole silence room. It's beautiful. It's the first room I made in the house when I bought the house. I came in here, I cleaned this big ass pantry out. Took the shelves down. Cleaned everything top to bottom. And then I put all this silencing foam. It looks beautiful. I put this rope light at the bottom. You get a great vibe when you're sitting in here jamming. Ugh. Alright, here we go. The alcohol's got me now. So, I was sitting there jamming in my car recently, and I was jamming in my own music because I'm gay. And I realized that I was like, man, I had this realization. No shit. Let me back up a little bit. No shit. New Year's Day 2023. Yeah, 2023. No, New Year's Day 2023. I realized January 1st that my music is fucking terrible. I went from being 14 in like 2012 from 2012 to 2023, so 11 years, I thought my music was great, dude. I thought it was great. And it really comes down to I just liked doing it and I wanted it to be good, I think. But it's also perfectly fine because the whole time I knew I wasn't going to be like famous or anything off of the music. I've always like had movie scripts and stuff. I think that's what people are going to know me for. I should do the same name, Grumbles Magoo. Cuz I don't know what I was talking about, but now I'm going to go into this. I kind of want to do it anonymously now because fame seems like fucking dog shit. It seems so lame, dude. People are always up in your shit and want to know your opinion about everything, and you always have to be on top of stuff. And in 10 years, everyone calls you a wash up and a fucking whatever. When you're just trying to live your life, it's like, no, I'm just done with that. I've been through 1,000 red carpets. I'm good. I'm done. And it's like, oh my goodness, this guy's washed up. He's begging for attention. It's like, no, I posted an Instagram video with my wife and kids, and I don't have but 23 followers, but I don't know. I don't know an example of that. But you know what I'm trying to say. It's raining hard. I can hear it. It's definitely raining hard. It's a good day to sit here and drink, talk about dumb shit. I don't know what dumb shit to talk about. I finished up my last repipe for a while. Boss says it's going to be the last one for a while. So, I asked him if I can get more repipes. Is that acceptable? And he was like, yeah, sure, of course. Because he doesn't need any more business. This guy's drowning in business. But he does, what he wants to do. So I'm the spoiled plumber apprentice. I realize that I'm spoiled. I got a guy training me who's 36, and he was trained by the old asshole. Not my boss, but Jimmy. Jimmy's a great guy. Don't even get me started. Dude is solid, right? But he is factually an asshole. Okay? It is what it is. Love the guy, but he's an asshole. And if he's listening right now, he'd probably go, yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah. I'm not good at doing New Jersey accents, but he's got a thick one, dude. All right, full disclosure, I just made a cut because I accidentally just said the full name of my boss, and I'm not going to include the full name of my boss. Not going to happen. So, actually, for the record, all of these names are fake. Everyone I'm giving you's fake. I don't even exist. Fucking, that's why you can't find me, because I don't even exist. So, anyway. Fucking, what was I talking about? Yeah, so my trainer, he's younger. He taught me more like my speed. My boss, blankety blank, is he's more old school, and it's good to be taught that way. Sometimes you need to feel some shame sometimes so you can, understand what you need to fix. That is a real thing. That's why you feel shame. Why do you have this emotion if it's not important? Why is this emotion so strong if it shouldn't do something to change your life? When you see someone you like, it hits so hard and you just fall head over heels for that person and everything, your whole body's like, yes, this person. Why would you not think that stress and people calling you out for shit is reason for something? Why would you think, oh, this is just anxiety and I should just let it go away? Bitch, no. Maybe you need to change yourself. Maybe you need to change something. Why are these people? Why is everyone ganging up on you? You want to act like a victim all the time? Maybe look at yourself. You have half of your head shaved, the other half is pink and blue, and you weigh about 350 pounds, and you are 5'2". Bitch, shut the fuck up about the patriarchy. Why don't you give any bit of an effort before you complain about the patriarchy? I want to see you jog around the block one time before you start talking about a gender wage gap, whatever it is. Oh, my mom's calling. You know what? I'm going to answer. This will be fun. I'm going to cut a little bit into it, though. Hey, Ma.
Hey, what's up?
What up? I'm just chilling.
Are ya? Is it a good time to talk for a minute?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, I just was wondering. I know we're not going to church, so are you planning on still coming down around the same time, though?
Yeah, do you need me there earlier?
No, no. We're good. I haven't gotten as much done as I wanted to, but next weekend we'll probably take a really big haul to storage
Okay.
because I'm off on Monday. I've been trying to do a little bit every night, but like Tuesday night, Teresa came over. Tonight, I went grocery shopping. You know what I mean? It's like, and by the time I get home, I run out of steam. But got quite a bit done though.
Good.
Um,
Okay.
but Monday, I should be able to work on it all day. I wasn't thinking about the fact that I have to work tomorrow
Oh,
because
yeah,
it's
it's
month
month's
end.
end.
Hmm.
Oh, man, I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. I can always use the overtime. But it was looking like I was gonna go in and like around 9 and be done by noon. Well, then all this art sold a bunch of shit, and now we got to get it all done. And so I'm probably gonna be there probably like 9 to 2. I don't think I'll be till 4 o'clock, but it's gonna take the majority of the day.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna be there tomorrow. I'll be there Sunday though.
I know, but I was gonna use tomorrow to get a bunch of stuff ready to go to storage,
Oh, I see what you're
and
saying.
and now I'm not gonna have that
That's
as
okay.
much
We
time.
can rush through it. I mean, I'm gonna be there all day, so you know, it doesn't take
Well,
much to actually do the trip to take it there. That takes the least amount of time, so we can spend the whole day packing stuff up.
well, I really what I my goal is tomorrow or Sunday is to get everything out of that room so that I can start bringing things over there.
All right, we're back. Good talk with Ma. I had to cut it off there. Just wanted to chat with her a little bit. Uh, yeah. So where we're at right now, Mom's unfortunately being misplaced from her apartment because the landlord decided he wanted $500 more in rent when somebody takes care of the apartment and pays on time. So I don't get it. I have a rule. I have a rule with my properties that if you pay on time and you take care of the property, you I never raise your rent. And taking care of the property does not mean fixing things yourself. It just means letting me know. So personally, I don't understand why you're misplacing a tenant that is going to take good care of the property and pays you on time. Anyway, it's good for my mom because now she can save all her money and I can help her buy property and she can rent that out and make some more money. So, she doesn't know what she's going to do right now. Right now she's thinking about a couple of things of do I buy a property and stay here and just collect that rent, which I think is a great idea. If she can, if she, because you need your space, bro. You need your space. It is a thing after time. Especially my mom, like she's been there, done that. She wants her space, but she's got to get this money, and she understands that. So she also is thinking about buying a houseboat because my grandparents have a dock on their backyard on the canal, which they bought this house for $70,000. $70,000. You know what it's worth now? Probably $1 million. Damn. That's crazy. Trying to give me some of that. You know? Trying to buy some shit now. And then in fucking forever. I don't ever want to sell a property. I want to hand the whole thing down to my kids. So my kids will have like properties that's like, holy shit. I mean, if you were talking about buying a property to a politician, like, you know that they have those town halls? Trump was just at one, right? This lady, the first lady they called on, goes, "Oh, Mr. Trump, I'm torn between both candidates, but I'm concerned about immigration. What's your plan?" Bro, it's Donald fucking Trump. You don't know Donald Trump's opinion on illegal immigration yet? You don't know the policy that he's put in place for illegal... You don't... Hello? Have you tuned in at all since 2016? For 8 years, you have no idea what this fucking dude's stance is, and he's the biggest guy on the planet. On the planet. What are you talking about? That was either a plant or just a dumb lady. Now, what do I think? You gonna have to find out. Use context clues. Dumb bitch. Anyway, she said that. If I had a chance, right, I would say, hey, ask them about buying a house. Because shit seems impossible. I think someone actually asked Trump about that. They were like, oh, I'm a millennial or Gen Z, and I don't think I could ever buy a house, blah, blah, blah. I would look them straight in the face if I was the politician and go, you're right, you're fucked. Next question. You're right, you're fucked. I want to ask you something. Have you ever thought, before you buy a house, before you rent an apartment and hand over $1,000-something or $2,000-something to somebody for no reason, that it's just poof gone, why don't you stay at your parents' house? When do people start working? 16? You live at your parents' house at least until 18. You got 2 years. That's how long it took me. Save up for 2 years, and now you have a down payment for an FHA loan. Oh, I can't find anything with FHA loan. I'm only gonna pay 3.5 to 5%, but I can't find anything for. Okay, this one that needs a little bit of work, needs about like 30 grand to work. Get a rehab loan. FHA 203K rehab loan. It's I can't really say shit, because the whole reason I did any of that is because while I was still living with my parents' house, I found Graham Stephan on YouTube. And he would post every single day. And he would the whole theme was about saving money. So it was like, man, I can do this, bro. So I had that crutch. I'll say that. It was good timing. And good information that people don't have. But yeah, dude, I would agree. You're fucked. Unless you're staying at home with no bills and saving up. I think there's kind of no way. Unless you make a shit ton of money in your job. But that would mean you got like a corporate job that pays you a shit ton of money. Or, you learned a trade, but that takes time. It takes time to get the qualifications to get a shit ton of money from a job. It takes time. And that whole time, you're shelling out cash. Dude, do you understand how much I make off of one person renting when they're renting for $13.50 a month? Dude, in a year, you've just given me like $15,000. I'm not very good at math. But yeah, you've given me like $15 or more thousand. What? What? That's your money right there. That's your down payment right there. So the whole time you're waiting for this shit, if your parents don't want you to live at home, I understand. It's not your fault. I get that. That's a shit situation. And that's where we get our Rockies, our Rocky Balboas, our toughest guys. I can't help you there. But if you do have the privilege of living at home from 16 to 18, please save your money. Please save your money. If you're not going to buy real estate, buy something. You're going to do something, right? You want to start some kind of business. You do not want to work for somebody else. You're not doing anything for yourself when you work for somebody else. Okay, this is coming off wrong because obviously there's honor in working. Everybody works for somebody. I work for a guy right now. I'm honored to work for him. He's a great guy. But you know what I'm trying to say? There's a ceiling. You are only allowed to go this far. You cannot go. You think you're going to make more than the boss? You know, if you like what the boss makes, well, you're going to make half if you make it to the highest position. Or less. So, think of something. Do something. Ugh. The room is spinning, but I feel totally logical. I feel like I'm going to listen to this later and be like, fuck it, that was so stupid. I'm just drunk ranting. I don't even remember what I was talking about 5 seconds ago. I'm fucked up, dude. I'm going to drink water for the rest of the night. After that, just kidding, that was water. Whatever. What are we at? 47 fucking minutes. Damn. I guess there was a lot of pauses, a lot of timeouts. I don't know what else to talk about, y'all. I really don't. My mom's situation sucks. I mean, on paper, but it's the best. Like 2-3 years now, we're gonna be looking back at this and be like, woo. My mom's also been solid on the carnivore diet for 8 months now. Her blood pressure is the best it's ever been. Her blood work is the best it's ever been. Her energy is the best it's ever been. Or not ever, but it's better than a while. And she feels great. She feels fantastic. And she loves it. So she's continuing on this. And she's losing so much weight, dude. I go see her once a week and I notice it. In a week, I'm like, whoa, awesome. She was a big girl. She could lose a couple pounds. She's gone down quite a bit. She's lost about 40-something pounds since the start of this. I mean, 8 months? Good for you, man. Good for you. And she's 58 years old. So, I mean, come on. Props to you, Ma. So, she's going to keep doing that. So, in 3 years, she's going to be we'll say 3 years just to be safe. She's going to be in great shape. She's going to have like 60 grand to put down on something. So that's pretty dope to me. Pretty dope. I don't know. We're trying to get this little spot, this like mother-in-law suite they have in the garage. It's very small. It's very small. But they're trying to clean it out right now. And my grandma won't let shit go. Like, lady. These are the towels of my mother. These are my mother's towels. Why do you have them in a bin in the garage? Sounds super important to me. Dude, if I was dead and my great grandson or my grandson or my kid or whatever was like, oh, I don't want to ruin grandpa's towel. It's a fucking towel. It's a fucking towel, dude. Use it or don't use it. I haven't set you up well enough to get new towels? You're using the same damn towels? Or you put them in a shrine? That's gay. Like, what are you doing? Just get rid of it, man. It's garbage. Their drawer's full of shit. I pulled out, I opened one drawer, and I'm asking her, what do you not want to donate? Like, what do you want to keep? Like, let's get rid of most of this shit. And she's all, I don't know. And I love my grandma. I want to say that. She's a lovely lady. I love her very much. She showed me nothing but grace in my life. Undeserving mercy. But she won't let go of shit. I pulled out of this drawer an actual barometer. A barometer. A, a barometer. And I said, Grandma, what about this? And she was like, well, let's just hold on for now. And then it's like, what are you gonna do, lady? You gonna wake up one day and just have a panic attack? Like, oh, I don't know the atmospheric pressure. What are you talking about? It's in a drawer in the garage in a separate room. It's not even in the garage. It's in a separate room from the garage. When are you going to use this barometer? I wanted that barometer. That's why I'm mad. Because what if I want to know the atmospheric pressure? No, just throw it in the fucking trash, man. There's so much stuff. You know, there's this one story I gotta say. This one story. My grandpa, when I got my new house for the first time, my grandpa was like, I want to give you guys all these beer mugs. And I was like, awesome. Me and my brother were like, sick. And so he starts pulling out all these beer mugs, and they don't drink beer. There's no reason for them to have all these beer mugs. And my grandma goes, wait a second, Ray. Hang on. Ray, hang on. But what if we want to keep... Dude, it's beer mugs. You don't use beer mugs. The things that have been in the cabinet for 30 years that you've never used in 30 years, I think Grandpa told me it's been 20 years since they've used any of those. What are you waiting for? What are you doing? You having keg parties that no one knows about? Give me the beer mugs. We got the beer mugs. But the best part is later my mom. Grandma's a lovely lady, just want to say. Another heads up, another disclaimer. My mom goes, oh, that's not how I heard the story. The way she heard it, my grandma goes, yeah, so I said, Ray, just give them to him, Ray. Oh, gosh, just give them to him. Yeah, that's how I remember it. Do you not? That's what I love about old people, like real old people. It's like you don't understand that reality is like recorded now. Well, everyone's willing to call you on your bullshit. You've probably been recorded on 4 different angles. Like, why? Huh? Why are you arguing with reality, Karen?